Hello, welcome to NFLUKOPS Live. We are going to be watching the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49ers are going to be kicking off to the Miami Dolphins in this one. Right, sorry about that. Right, so the Miami Dolphins are going to be starting off with the ball today in this one from their own 25. So we're going to see if Tua can get things going to start the Miami Dolphins off in this one. 1st and 10. There's a throw from Tua over the middle. It's completion, and we've got a massive gain already. This could be going to the house on the very first play. It is. What a start for the Miami Dolphins. Trent Sherfield takes short pass over the middle and all the way for a touchdown on the very first play. What a start for the Miami Dolphins. And that is a touchdown. What a great start, a dream start for the Miami Dolphins in this one. Only 10 seconds into the game, and they already have a 6-0 lead. A quick slant over the middle to Sherfield, and he completely outruns the entire 49ers defense. And that is a touchdown. What a start for Miami Dolphins. And the extra point is up and is good. And it's a 7-0 lead for the Dolphins. What a start. Just showing a replay. So it looked like a 10-yard hitch. Found space, and then once he caught it, completely outran the entire 49ers defense.
Where were the safeties?
Nobody even got a hand on him. And that's a 75-yard touchdown on the very first play for the Dolphins. What a start. So in the first quarter, 10 seconds in, and the Dolphins have a 7-0 lead, a 75-yard touchdown from Tua to Sherfield. There's a lot of talk going into this game about the 49ers defense. Not a great start for them in this one. And the Dolphins kick it off back to the 49ers. And it will be returnable. But he's tackled around his own 17-yard line. And that's where the 49ers will start. So the 49ers are going to start on their own 17-yard line. So 1st and 10 from their own 17. There's a handoff to McCaffrey up the middle for about a 3-yard gain for the 49ers. So the 49ers were boosted by the fact that Deebo Samuel is fit to play in this one. So 2nd and 7 for the 49ers. Snap back to Garoppolo. Time to throw. Out wides. And it falls incomplete to Ayuk. That'll bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and 7 for the 49ers. So a big 3rd down for the 49ers already. 7-0 down in this one after that touchdown on the very first play for the Miami Dolphins. So 3rd and 7 on their own 20-yard line for the 49ers. Snap back to Garoppolo. Out wide, throw to Brandon Ayuk, and he gains about 20 yards. So it's a 1st and 10 for the 49ers. They needed that one. Moved out to his right, Garoppolo found Ayuk. Bit of space to run in front of him, and a really good game. So 1st and 10 now for the 49ers. On their own 43-yard line. And it's a handoff up the middle to McCaffrey, who dives forward for only a 2-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 9 now for the 49ers. Trying to get something back after that touchdown on the very first play of the game for the Dolphins. A 75-yard touchdown pass, which was really only about an 8-yard throw, but ran in all the way from Sherfield for 75 yards. Can the 49ers answer back on their first possession? It's 2nd and 9 now on their own 45-yard line. Snap back to Garoppolo. Lofted pass out to McCaffrey, and it's caught. Great catch by McCaffrey, and he's taking it just outside the 20-yard line of the Dolphins. Nice lofted pass by Jimmy Garoppolo. McCaffrey out of the backfield. The Dolphins defender fell over. A great catch by McCaffrey, and that's put them in great position.
17. 23.
1st and 10 now for the 49ers. It's a handoff to McCaffrey up the middle. And it's a 4-yard gain for McCaffrey. Looking to get the 49ers on the board on their first possession to answer that touchdown pass from Tua to Sherfield. The 75-yard touchdown pass on the Dolphins' first possession on the very first play of that possession as well. Welcome, Ray, 49ers fan. Nice for you to join us. Let us know where you're watching the game from today. So 2nd and 6 now for the 49ers. Just inside the 20. Pass from Garoppolo. It's lofted up in the air, and it's almost intercepted. It looked like Kittle had hold of it, but then the ball got battered out of his hands and almost intercepted on the bobble. But it falls incomplete. So it hits Kittle's hands, bluffs up in the air. And then both the defender and Kittle dive for the ball, but it falls incomplete, luckily for the 49ers. So that's going to be 3rd and 6 now, just inside the 20-yard line of the Dolphins for the 49ers. Can they convert here? Snap back to Garoppolo. He's under pressure. He's under big pressure. He's got 2 men on him. He's still fighting forward, but eventually goes down for a 10-yard sack. He did well. He did well to stay on his feet, but eventually Phillips managed to drag him down.
That's terrible. Terrible.
Not great play by left tackle there. He just had a completely free run on Garoppolo, who fought well to stay up, but eventually was dragged down by both the Dolphins defenders. It's going to be a 47-yard field goal attempt for the 49ers. And the kick is up. And it is through from Robbie Gould. And that is a 7-3 scoreline that we have now. So Robbie Gould gets the 49ers on the board with that field goal to answer back that 75-yard touchdown on the Miami Dolphins' first play of the game from Tua to Sherfield. It was only a short 7 or 8 yard pass, but Sherfield completely untouched outran the entire 49ers defense to take it in for the score. But the 49ers have answered back. They'll hopefully have something better to answer the Dolphins' offense on the next possession. So just while we are in the game break as well, if you have just joined us, welcome to NFL UKOPS Live play-by-play reaction stream of the 49ers against the Miami Dolphins in what is an absolutely crucial game for both teams in this one. The 49ers obviously looking to push for the division win, and the Miami Dolphins, if they win today, will take the AFC East lead as well. It's a big game for Tua as well. Tua still has his doubters. Can he get a win against a top 5 defense that the 49ers have? And can he lead the Dolphins to the playoffs for the first time since 2016? We'll have to wait and see in this one. Let us know if you are watching what your score predictions are for this game. I mean, here at NFL UKOPS, we have all picked the 49ers to come out on top in this one. So let us know if you think the 49ers will win this one, or do you think that Tua is going to lead his team onto a win and to the lead in the AFC East. Just let us know where you're watching today's game. If you are a Dolphins fan or a 49ers fan, or even if you're a fan of one of the other teams, has your team played already? Let us know in the comments as well how your team went on. Or if you're watching one of the other games that are happening at this time as well. Obviously, we've got the Chiefs and Bengals, a huge matchup there that's will be kicking off in just over 5 minutes or so as well. So the 49ers are just lined up to kick it off back to the Miami Dolphins. Seven 3 in this game so far. So the 49ers just about to kick it off. The Dolphins will then begin their second possession. So the kick is up. It is returnable. And he goes up the middle and falls just short of the 25-yard line. So that is where the Dolphins will start their second possession. We'll be hoping to continue the momentum after that first play, the 75-yard touchdown pass from Tua to Sherfield. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dolphins, just inside their own 25-yard line. Tyreek Hill in motion, snap back to Tua. It's a throw out to Hill, but doesn't turn around, and it is nearly picked off on the dive, but does fall incomplete, luckily for the Dolphins. Tua and Tyreek Hill didn't seem to be on the same page on that one. Be interested to see how the Dolphins hold up today, missing both starting tackles in this one. So 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins on their own 24-yard line. Snap back to Tua. It's handoff up the middle. It's a 3-yard gain on the ground to Mostert, former 49ers player. And that's going to bring up third down, 3rd and 6 for the Dolphins. So can the 49ers get a stop, or can the Dolphins keep this one going? So 3rd and 6 for the Dolphins on their own 28-yard line. Snap back to Tua. Time to throw. Lofted up in the middle. It's tipped by Fred Warner and falls incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down, and the punt team's going to come out for the Dolphins.
Oh.
I was just showing on the sidelines, Garoppolo looks like he's hurt. I think it looks like it was on the sack on their previous possession as he was dragged down to the ground. He's now being carted off now. It's not a good signs for the 49ers. The punt is up. And it is returnable for the 49ers. And McLeod managed to break a tackle and gain 15 yards on the return. So a good return. But it's now going to be Brock Purdy that's going to step in for the 49ers now.
No, Mark.
Hi, Mark. Welcome to the stream again. The Jets came so close. Yeah, well, I didn't see how it finished, actually, so you have to let us know, because the last thing that I saw is the Jets had got within the 10-yard line of the Vikings. So you have to let us know exactly what happened with that. So it looked like the Jets were going to score to end up taking the lead. Wilson's dying to give his condolences and clipboard to White. Yeah, absolutely. But thank goodness, well, from a Patriots fan standpoint, that the Vikings did manage to hold on in that one. So let us know exactly what happened at the end there, because we did obviously start the stream for the 49ers Dolphins game. So let us know what happened there. But great to have you back on, Mark. So if you are just joining us, to start the game, on the very first play of the game, we had a 75-yard touchdown pass from Tua to Sherfield. It was only really a 7 or 8 yard pass taken all the way by Sherfield, untouched past the 49ers defense. On the 49ers first possession, they managed to drive up the field before being stopped on a sack on Garoppolo, which looks like has badly hurt Garoppolo. He's now being carted off into the locker room. So on the next possession that the 49ers are about to have, it's going to be Brock Purdy stepping in. But Robbie Gould did kick the field goal through, so we have a 7-3 lead to the Miami Dolphins in this one. As they 49ers are about to start their second possession with Brock Purdy in at quarterback. So it's just reporting that it's Garoppolo's ankle.
Phillips knelt on it.
It looked like it got bent awkwardly. Looked like the defender's knee landed on it as he went down. So he's been cast off. Garoppolo, his return is questionable. So it's Brock Purdy in at quarterback. Got a handoff to McCaffrey on first down. And that's going to be a 4-yard gain for McCaffrey up the middle. You feel like they really are going to lean on the run game with McCaffrey now.
Ravens held on. Ooh.
So 2nd and 7 for the 49ers, just inside their own half. And it's a toss play left to McCaffrey, who finds a gap and gains about 4 yards. Van Ginkel just about brought him down for the Dolphins. He looked like if he'd broken that tackle, he'd have been gone. So 3rd and 3 for the 49ers. Just inside now the Miami Dolphins half. Snap back to Purdy. And he's passed out left to McCaffrey, and it's a 5-yard gain. And it's a first down for the 49ers. And that'll bring up first down and 10 for the 49ers on the Dolphins' 40-yard line. Handoff right, and a huge gap. And it's going to be a first down for Mason. A huge gap for him to run through. And then bring up first and 10 for the 49ers on the Dolphins' 29-yard line. And it's play action pass. Under pressure, Purdy lofted out over the head of Deebo Samuel. Incomplete. So Mark said it was very sad, like finding out someone you owed a lot of money to died suddenly. Yeah, that's definitely a Patriots reaction, Patriots fan reaction to that one. But it helps keep the Patriots alive in the division, which is good. You have to let us know, Mark, as well, if you watched that game on Thursday night against the Bills, what your thoughts were. I think the Patriots completely outplayed in that one. So 2nd and 10 for the 49ers. It's going to be a pass from Purdy. Plenty of time to throw. Lofted pass. Lucky for Deebo Samuel, but it was battered down by Howard. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. It looked like Deebo Samuel had broken free, but good defending in the end. Yeah, well played. Well defended by Howard. So that's going to be 3rd and 10 for the 49ers. So Purdy's in the shotgun. Deebo Samuel now in the backfield. Purdy scramble out to the right. Under pressure. Lofts the pass back across his body. And it could have easily been intercepted. There is a flag. There's a flag. The pass did fall incomplete.
Dangerous stuff.
Scrambled out to his right, Purdy there, and threw all the way back across the field. You're always told not to do that as a quarterback. But there is a flag.
Unless you're Mahomes.
Under a tremendous amount of pressure, Purdy still trying to make a play. And it was against the Dolphins, the penalty. So it was holding on the defense, which will be an automatic first down for the 49ers and extend that play. Extend this drive, sorry. First and 10 for the 49ers on the 15-yard line of the Dolphins. Hand off to McCaffrey up the middle. And he gains about 8 or 9 yards on that first down carry. So good gain on first down for the 49ers. It's going to be a big game for McCaffrey, you feel, this one. So all the way down to the 6-yard line of the Dolphins. 2nd and 1. And Purdy takes a timeout just before the clock expires. So it'll be a timeout for the 49ers. So asking him about what he thought about the Bills-Patriots game on Thursday night. That is a game that shall not be mentioned. It was a drunk Twitter reply of a game. Something better left outside the cold for a few days so as not to offend the rubbish man. Well, yeah, you felt that they had moments in that game, Mark, where they had to play a perfect game, the Patriots, and they didn't. They had moments where they could have stayed in the game and didn't take advantage. But now you're looking at the schedule and you're thinking, they've got to be winning these next 4 games, really, if they're going to be making the playoffs. So let us know if you think, can they do it? They've got to be beating the Cardinals and Raiders at least to start with. Lose one or both of those and you think they're probably not going to make it. So on 2nd and 1, the 49ers hand off to McCaffrey up the middle and gains 3 yards. So it's going to be a 1st and goal to go now inside the 5-yard line. And I think McCaffrey's going to have 20 to 30 touches in this game easily. So 1st and goal from the Dolphins' 3-yard line. Can the 49ers punch it in here to take the lead? It's Purdy out wide open to Juszczyk, who steps into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the 49ers. And the 49ers have answered back and now take a 9-7 lead pending the extra point. A nice play action from Purdy. And Juszczyk, quick slant out, wide open, steps into the corner of the end zone. And that is a touchdown for the 49ers. So the 49ers have done well. Purdy stepping in for the injured Garoppolo has led them on a scoring touchdown drive. And the extra point is up from gold, and that's through as well. So that takes the 49ers to a 10-7 lead. So 10-7 lead to the 49ers, and a really good start and a really good game we've got here now. Be interested to see how bad that Jimmy Garoppolo. It did look like his ankle got landed on badly by the Dolphins defender. So we'll see if he does make his return in this one, or is it going to be Purdy from here on out? That's why we are on a game break as well. So I want to make you aware of a couple of things. First of all, our newest video that we released yesterday was focusing on the NFC East and who was going to win the NFC East and whether all 4 teams could make it out the NFC East into the playoffs. Last week's video, we focused on the AFC East. And again, the same question, who was going to win that division? Obviously, we've got the Dolphins in this one. The Bills won against the Patriots in midweek. So who was going to win that division? So make sure you check that video out and let us know if you agree with our picks in that one. And we also, for this week and for the lead up to Christmas, we're also doing a daily short of our Advent calendar as well. So day number 4, we're doing the top 25 NFL players of the last 25 years. So make sure you check in daily to find out who we've had and who we've got moving forward in that one. So make sure you watch those and let us know if you agree with our picks of our top 25. As Mark said, but on a happy note, the Devil is thinking of quitting since he's run out of ways to make Jets fans' eternal torment any worse than an average Sunday during football season.
That's harsh.
Well, all I can say is long may it continue for now, because I think that the Jets are literally only a quarterback away from knocking the Patriots to bottom spot in that division. So hopefully, I mean, there's been talk this week about Aaron Rodgers potentially going to the New York Jets next season. So we'll see how that one plays out. Obviously, a certain rumor of Mr. Tom Brady coming back to the Patriots. I don't know what you think about that one, Mark, whether you think that could happen. So the 49ers just kicked off back to the Dolphins. The ball's gone into the end zone. And so the Dolphins will start from their own 25-yard line on the next possession. Looking to answer back. So 1st and 10, Waddle in motion out to the left. And it's a handoff up the middle. Metz immediately in the backfield, but he breaks a tackle for a 3-yard gain for the Dolphins. Stuffed pretty well by the 49ers. So I'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Dolphins. Snap back to Tua. Plenty of time to throw. He starts scrambling. Lofted pass, but it's over the head of Waddle and it falls incomplete. And that's going to be up 3rd down. Plenty of time to throw for Tua. It's just showing that the Bengals have just gone in for a touchdown, a scramble from Joe Burrow. As a Patriots fan, that's not what you want to see. Need the Chiefs to be winning that one. So 3rd and 7 now for the Dolphins. On their own 28-yard line. Snap back to Tua, empty backfield. Quick pass out wide. It looks like it's too low. He didn't get enough on it to Waddle. And it falls incomplete. And the punt team comes out. It looked like he had plenty of time to throw it. And the punt is up. It is returnable. Makes the first man miss and the second man miss. There is a flag, though. Gains about 7 yards on the return, but there is a flag, which usually means holding or blocking the back. We'll see what the flag is.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, it might be on the Dolphins, actually. It looked like... it was the gunner on the left-hand side ran out of bounds and didn't come straight back into play. So it's 5-yard penalty against the Dolphins. So it'll move the ball for the 49ers 5 yards further up the field. Mark said, well, Giselle won't bother him if he does that. She hates Colts. That was in relation to a potential and the rumours at the start of this week of Tom Brady making a return to the Patriots. It's just hard to see that happening. Bill Belichick seems all in on Mac Jones, for better or worse. So I just can't see it. I can't see it unless they find a trade partner potentially for Mac Jones. I can't see Tom Brady coming back. Is Tom Brady going to come back and after he's been allowed freedom with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and is he going to fall back into a regime where it's Belichick's way or no way? They're going to have to do something about the offensive coordinator anyway next season because they can't keep rolling with Matt Patricia, that's for sure.
Get Matt McDonald's back.
So just while we're in a game break as well, if anyone hasn't seen the scores from the early games, we'll just quickly run through those. So the Packers beat the Bears 28-19. The Steelers beat the Falcons 19-16. The Vikings held on to win 27-22 against the New York Jets. The Lions hammered the Jaguars 40-14. Same with the Eagles, a hammering of the Titans 35-10. The Browns, on Deshaun Watson's return, beat his former team 27-14. And we have a tie. We have a tied game. The Giants and Commanders couldn't be split even in overtime, so they finished at 20 each. So that's the second tied game we've had this season. The Ravens, after the injury to Lamar Jackson early in that game, just about held on to beat the Broncos 10-9. And in our current games kicked off, obviously in our game, we have a 10-7 lead to the 49ers. We have a 10-7 lead to the Rams over the Seahawks. The Raiders and Chargers are scoreless, and the Bengals lead 7-0 against the Chiefs after that Joe Burrow scramble up the middle. Antonio Brown, back for top. Well, Antonio Brown he's obviously been in the news again this week. Warrant was out for his arrest. He just likes to be in the limelight, doesn't he? Yeah. Cheers, Ron Jeremy. So the 49ers have the ball back. It's a handoff on first down to McCaffrey for a short gain up the middle. So that's 2nd and 6 now for the 49ers. 2nd and 6 on their own 32-yard line. Nice handoff again to McCaffrey up the middle.
Going nowhere. Bounced
into the back of his own offensive lineman. Good push by the Dolphins defense. There is a flag. It was a 1-yard loss on the play. See what this flag is. Referee's discussing. So it's tripping against the defense. That's a 10-yard penalty. So it's going to boost the 49ers, give them 10 yards. That's very harsh. Very harsh on the Dolphins there. Ingram was engaged with somebody else and just happened to have his leg flicked up, got it locked in with somebody else, and McCaffrey tripped over it, but it was no way was that tripping.
They're tripping.
So that's 1st and 10 now for the 49ers on their own 42-yard line. Snap back to Purdy. It's going to be a throw over the middle to Ayuk. On the quick slant, that's a 7-yard gain. Purdy's looked pretty steady, stepping in for the injured Garoppolo after that first possession. So 2nd and 4 now for the 49ers. Just inside their own half. It's handoff up the middle to McCaffrey. Dives forward for a 2-yard gain. I said earlier, I reckon that McCaffrey's going to get 20, 30 touches. It could be 30 to 40 touches. So that's going to be 3rd and 2. 49ers quickly to the line. It's a handoff to McCaffrey, but he's met in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. So the 49ers tried to go quick there, but he ends up getting tackled for a loss, McCaffrey. That's going to be a 4th down. So the 49ers tried to go quick on the handoff, but a really good push by the Dolphins. And Wilkins gets through and brings McCaffrey down in the backfield. And so there's going to be a punt now for the 49ers. And the punt is up. Pretty well aimed punt. It looks like it's definitely inside the 20. Let's see where the referee takes it. All the way to 10. So the Dolphins are going to start on their own 10-yard line on the next possession. But the Dolphins will be happy to get off the field after the 49ers scored on their first 2 possessions. I thought it was nice Washington to refer to of themselves as commandants when they were in Germany as a homage to local culture. Commandant, sorry. When they were in Germany as homage to local culture. Sorry. So if you have just joined us, you're watching the live play-by-play reaction stream of the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins, which has been a fantastic start. Just to catch you up very quickly with the highlights so far. On the very first play of the game, it was a Tua 75-yard touchdown to Sherfield. On the 49ers' next possession, drove down the field, but on a sack of Garoppolo's ankle got landed on by the Dolphins defender. He was then carted off the field, so he's now in the locker room. So the team now have Brock Purdy leading them. But he stepped in well after the field goal made by Robbie Gould on their next possession, led them down the field and found Kyle Juszczyk for the touchdown. And so that's why we have a 10-7 lead for the 49ers.
Chiefs got a touchdown. Not touchdown, field goal.
Let us know who you are supporting. Are you supporting one of the 2 teams in this one? Is it are you a 49ers fan? Dolphins fan? Let us know what you think of the game so far. If you are a fan of one of the other teams, let us know how your team's gone on this weekend, how happy you are with the season so far as well. And could we just ask if you aren't already, please hit that subscribe button for us. We have a lofty target of 1,000 subscribers by the Super Bowl. We've got off to a good start. We're doing pretty well at 243 subscribers. But if you haven't already, it doesn't cost anything. If you could please just hit that subscribe button, it really helps us out. We really appreciate it. So the Dolphins are going to start their next possession on their own 10-yard line. And after that very first play from the Dolphins and the touchdown, they haven't really got anything going since. Let's see what they can do on this one. They snap back to Tua. It's play action. Plenty of time to throw. Lofted pass. Looking for Waddle. It's lofted over his head. He had a wide open Waddle 15 yards downfield, but couldn't find him.
So he's not as good as you think.
Tua had all day to throw that and was unable to find Waddle, who was wide open. Plenty of time to throw it. Not an accurate thrown ball there. So 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins. Snap back to Tua. And it's over the middle. Great throw and catch. Smythe for a 15-yard gain for the Dolphins. Smythe coming up over the middle. He's gained nearly 20 yards. Good catch. Did well to hold on to it after getting hit by the safety and upended. So I'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. On their own 29-yard line. Snap back to Tua. Play action pass out wide. But it's dropped by Ingold. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Hill's been quiet, hasn't he?
So Tua started this game 2 of 8 for 94 yards and 1 touchdown. That touchdown, of course, on the very first play, 75 yards. He's had a couple of drops, but a couple of inaccurately thrown balls as well. So 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins now. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Hill in motion out to the right. Looking for Hill on the throw. Thrown behind him, but well brought in by Hill. And he gains 15 yards on that. As easy as you like. And that's going to bring the first quarter to an end. Great catch by Hill, reaching out back behind him with his left arm and pulls it in.
And that's why the Dolphins are doing well.
And that brings the first quarter to end. So the first quarter ends with the 49ers leading 10-7 in this one, but Tua and the Dolphins are on the move. So have a look how the other games are going on in this window. So the Rams lead the Seahawks 10-7. The Chargers lead the Raiders 7-0 in that key divisional AFC West matchup as well. And the Chiefs have kicked a field goal and cut the Bengals lead to 7-3 in that game. So as we head into the second quarter, the scores we've had so far is the Tua 75-yard touchdown pass to Sherfield on the very first Dolphins play of the game. But the 49ers scored 10 unanswered with a Robbie Gould field goal and then a Brock Purdy pass out to Kyle Juszczyk for the touchdown. Yes, it is Brock Purdy that's in at quarterback after the injury to Jimmy Garoppolo, who was carted off to the locker room with an ankle injury. His return is questionable, so we'll see if he will make a return. We haven't had an update since. So after the Dolphins did score on their first possession, the very first play of the first possession, they had gone 3 and out on their next 2 possessions, but I do have the ball moving now. Tua's looked a bit shaky, it has to be said, in this one so far. He's thrown a few inaccurate balls and a couple of drops as well. We'll see if he does settle down into this one. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. On their own 47-yard line. There's a handoff to Mostert to the left, which for no gain, well stuffed by the 49ers defense. So it could be up 2nd and 10. Second end on their own 47-yard line, the Dolphins. Snap back to Tua. Pumps right, throws left to Hill. And just as easy as that, that's another 15 yards. What a difference it makes having a weapon like Hill and also Waddle as well on the field. Makes it incredibly difficult for the defense to cover both. Obviously, the 49ers are top 5 defense as well. So 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. On the 36-yard line of the 49ers. Snap back to Tua. Quick pass out left, leaping from Ingold. Gains about 5 yards on that first down. Oh, like it could have been painful for Ingold there. Looks like he took a helmet to the groin.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 4 for the Dolphins on the 30-yard line of the 49ers. Looking to at least tie up the game. Handoff up the middle. Looks like he's gained enough for the first down. And it is. It's a first down for the Dolphins. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. Quick pass out right to Ingold again, who dives forward for a 6-yard gain. I think they're trying to get Tua back in some sort of rhythm with these quick passes. So 2nd and 3 now for the Dolphins. It's a play action pass, bootleg out to the left, under pressure to it. Short pass. And it looks like he's almost got the first down. Ingold again. Seems to be a big target on this drive. So 3rd and 1 now for the Dolphins. Can they convert? Already in field goal range. It's a very short one as well. Waddle in motion out to the left. Tua's going to take... He's under pressure and he's brought down. Bosa was first to Tua, and it looks like he's lost 6 or 7 yards on that play as well. So he got chipped, Bosa, and then the running back tried to cut him, but completely missed. And then had a free shot at Tua and brought him down. So that's going to bring up the field goal team, bring out the field goal team for the Dolphins. See if they can tie this game up. A 43-yard field goal attempt. Dead center. And the kick is up. And it is dead center as well. So that's going to tie us up in this one at 10-10. So with that field goal, we have a 10-10 scoreline in our game. Just to update you with a score in one of our other games as well. We've got the Seahawks have just gone in with a touchdown throw from Geno Smith to Noah Fant. So they now lead the LA Rams 14-10 in their game. The Chargers still lead 7-0 over the Las Vegas Raiders. And the Bengals still hold a 7-3 lead over the Chiefs in their game as well, in that key AFC matchup as well. some really good games that we've had. Some really key games we've had in the matchups today. We've also obviously had our second tie as well, with the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants tied 20 apiece. Couldn't be separated even in overtime. Just while we are on change of possession as well, just to remind you about today's most recent video we've uploaded as well, where we look at the 4 playoff teams. Will all 4 teams from the NFC East make the playoffs in that one? Who will win that division? And will all 4 teams make the playoffs? Obviously, a tied game between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders, a very tight division. The Eagles have won again today, knocked off the Titans 35-10. And the Cowboys play later against the Colts. You expect the Cowboys to win in that one. So it's a very tight run division. So will all 4 teams make it? Make sure you check that video out. The link for that is in the description as well. Just give you an update on the Jimmy Garoppolo injury. There has been no further updates from the ankle injury that saw him carted off the field. His return is still questionable. Brock Purdy has led the team pretty well since stepping in after that first possession. And the 49ers are going to start on their own 25-yard line on their next possession. So the 49ers will start from their own 25-yard line on their next possession. It's a handoff to Deebo Samuel up the middle, but he's met immediately at the line and brought down. That could be up 2nd and 10. It's interesting to see how much the 49ers trust Purdy to be throwing the ball in this one, or they're going to lean heavily on the run game of McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. So it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25-yard line for the 49ers. Snap back to Purdy. Looking downfield. Finds Juszczyk on the hitch for about a 5-yard gain. That'll take them up to their own 30-yard line. And bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 5. So here we go, 3rd and 5. Snap back to Purdy. Quick pass out right, but immediately met by the defender, Crossan, and knocked straight down. So that's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up a 49ers punt. So well stopped by the Miami Dolphins defense.
Yeah, it's a passing quick. He's under pressure. Look at that.
Baker had a free run on Purdy, so he had to get rid of the ball quickly. But it was well defended by the corners as well. So Wisnowski's out to punt. And the punt is up. It is returnable. And he gains about 12 yards-ish on the return there. And that's where the Dolphins will start their next possession in decent field position. So can the Dolphins go back-to-back and score on their next possession and take the lead in this one? On that last possession, they seem to try and get Tua in some sort of rhythm by making quick passes, quick slant passes, quick outs. Try and get the accuracy back after starting a bit shaky in this one. So if you had watched this one, let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on the game so far. Do you think that injury to Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be a major factor in this one? Is it going to impact the outcome? Or do you think that Brock Purdy can do enough to get the 49ers the win in this one? Let us know in the comments. To further update you on a score in one of the other games, the Bengals have now scored another touchdown. They now lead 14-3 over the Chiefs. Not a score the Patriots fans would want to hear that one. The Chargers still lead 7-0 against the Raiders. The Seahawks still lead 14-10 over the Rams. And of course, it's tied at 10 apiece in our game.
Mr. Allen.
Okay, so it's just updated. The Garoppolo is out for the game. So it is Brock Purdy that will quarterback for the 49ers for the rest of this game. Okay, snap back to Tua. A lofted pass out left. Sails out of bounds. Yet again, they tried to cut the running back tried to cut Nick Bosa and completely missed. So 2nd and 10 now. 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins on their own 27-yard line. Snap back to Tua. Lofted pass out to the left. And again, seems a bit high. Wilson out the backfield was wide open. Completely beat him. And to be honest, if he'd have pulled that in and managed to keep running, he could have had a touchdown there. He had plenty of wide open space in front of him. But again, Tua overthrew. Just doesn't seem to have the accuracy at the moment to earn this one. Okay, 3rd and 10 for the Dolphins. Snap back to Tua. Quick pass out left. Wide of the receiver. And that'll be up 4th down. Seems to be decent coverage in that one. But again, a missed opportunity from Tua on the throw. So Andy's already calling it. Tua isn't good enough. Obviously, there's still a lot of people sat on the fence. We know we've got people that are saying that Tua is the MVP of the season. But from what I've seen so far in this game, he's missed a lot of throws. His accuracy just hasn't been there. So the punt is up for the Dolphins, and it's downed at the 21-yard line of the 49ers, and that's where the 49ers and Brock Purdy will start the next possession. Just doesn't seem to be able to connect to the minute on the longer passes downfield to her. He's got the men wide open, but just doesn't seem to be able to drop it in. So again, to give you a score update, the Chargers have kicked a field goal, so now they lead 10-0 over the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders, of course, gone to overtime in their last two games. We'll see if they can come back in that one. It's a key AFC West matchup. Chargers pushing for a playoff position. The Bengals still lead 14-3 in their game over the Chiefs. And the Seahawks still lead 14-10 over the LA Rams in their game as well, which is an NFC key matchup. Obviously, the Seahawks looking to sort of keep pace with the 49ers. So a key game that the 49ers fans will be keeping an eye on as well. So the 49ers are going to start from their own 21-yard line on their next possession, led by Brock Purdy. So Brock Purdy will be quarterback for the rest of this game after Jimmy Garoppolo has now been officially ruled out for the rest of this game with a foot injury. 49ers fans will be hoping that that is not serious. Obviously, they lost Trey Lance very early on in this season. So they'll be hoping that the injury to Garoppolo is nothing that's going to keep him out long term as they push to win that division. So it's 1st and 10 now for the 49ers on their own 21-yard line. Snap back to Purdy. It's going to be a throw. Plenty of time to throw, and he manages to find the receiver, Croft, out to the left for about a 15-yard gain and a first down. Good accurate throw there, something that Tua hasn't been able to do so far in this game. So it's 1st and 10 now for the 49ers on their own 36-yard line. It's handoff up the middle to Mason, who makes a player miss, finds space, and works it for a 20-yard gain on first down. Good run. Really good blocking by the offensive line and well read by Mason to find the space, find the gap, and work downfield for a 20-yard gain. That takes it to the 45-yard line of the Dolphins. Another handoff to Mason up the middle, makes another player miss, fights forward for a 7-yard gain. So a good possession for Mason on the ground. So 2nd and 3 now for the 49ers, looking to get on the board again to retake the lead in this one. Snap back to Purdy. It's going to be a pass play. Under pressure and brought down, but there is a flag. That would be a 7-yard loss on that play. The offensive line got completely overpowered and pushed back into Purdy. The flag looks like it's on the 49ers. So it was on the 49ers. The penalty's been declined because it was a sack and a loss of 7 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the 49ers now and backs them up a bit. So can the 49ers convert or can the Dolphins hold? On the 45-yard line of the Dolphins. Under pressure, Purdy again manages to escape the tackle, sling it out to Ayuk for about a 6-yard gain. It's not enough for a first down. So what are the 49ers going to do here? They're going to go for it on 4th and 4. The 49ers are going to stay out there. The offense is going to stay out there on 4th and 4. So 4th and 4 on the 39-yard line of the Dolphins. Can they convert? Snap back to Purdy. Purdy lofts it downfield as Ayuk brought it in. It's intercepted by the Dolphins. Great interception by Xavier Howard, going up and getting the ball before Brandon Ayuk, and that's an interception and a turnover. I don't think Purdy lofted the ball enough. I think it was a bit too flat. I think the throw from Purdy was a bit too flat there. He didn't get enough height and loft on the pass. So he didn't give Brandon Ayuk a chance to go up and get it. And Xavier Howard had great position and came down with it. So the Dolphins will have the ball. So 1st and 10 for the Dolphins on their own 19-yard line. Just over 5 minutes left in the quarter. It's a play-action pass from Tua. Nice finds a receiver over the middle. For about 15-yard gain for Tua. Crackraft. Not heard of him. Crackraft. So 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. On their own 37-yard line. It's handoff up the middle for Mostert, who only gains about 2 yards fighting forwards. So I'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Clock ticking down now, just around the 4-minute mark in the quarter. So can the Dolphins continue this drive down the field to see if they can take the lead before halftime? So 2nd and 8 for the Dolphins. Clock ticking down. Snap gets in just in time. Play action pass from Tua. Looking downfield. Lofted pass. Oh. High, and it hits the hands of Hill but bounces out and could quite easily have been tipped into a 49ers hands, but it wasn't. Luckily, it hit the ground. Seeing the play again. Did Tua overthrow him?
Hill's short.
Just a bit too high. It hits the fingertips of Hill. He tips it. But luckily, it doesn't tip into a safety's hands. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8. Just those throws from Tua today, those throws that he's hit quite a lot this season. Further downfield, 15 yards plus. He just hasn't hit them today. And that's going to be a timeout for the Dolphins on 3rd and 8. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the quarter. So Tua over to the side talking with Mike McDaniel, obviously formerly of the 49ers. He's showing the 49ers have not conceded any points in the second half of the last 4 games. It's a crazy stat. So that'll be interesting to look out for in the second half. So 3rd and 8 for the Dolphins on their own 39-yard line. Snap back to Tua, empty backfield, under pressure, and he's brought down for the sack. Nick Bosa in there again. It's great loop by Nick Bosa. And nobody was on Nick Bosa, and he had a free shot at Tua straight up the middle. And Tua did well to hold on to the ball.
I like that.
So the punt on 4th and 18. The punt is up. It doesn't look like a good punt. It gets a decent bounce for the Dolphins. And will be downed on the 24-yard line of the 49ers. So just under 3 minutes left in the half. So can the 49ers take the lead before halftime? They do get the ball after half as well. So what can Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense do before halftime? So just under 3 minutes left in the half. Can the 49ers go down and get some points to take the lead before halftime? 49ers have 2 timeouts, and so do the Dolphins. It's a quick pass out left to Samuel, who's met by defenders but managed to sneak out of them and gain 7 yards. Looked like he's going to be stopped behind the line. Managed to make a play and miss. Managed to dance out of a tackle and fight his way out to the sideline. So that'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the 49ers. Play action pass from Purdy. Under pressure. Lost the ball. Just about gets it away. Just about gets it away. There is a flag. So there was a flag on the play. Didn't catch who that was.
An eligible player down the field, 69.
So it's against the 49ers, the flag. An eligible man downfield. Just bring up 2nd and 8. That sort of helps the 49ers, actually. It's a pass from Purdy over the middle, and he finds McCaffrey, who looks like he's done enough just to get the first down and takes us to the 2-minute warning. So Purdy has looked pretty good since he stepped in for Garoppolo. Being backed up well by the 49ers defense, obviously a top 5 defense in the NFL. So we're at the 2-minute warning, a 10-10 tied game. 49ers looking to see if they can get more points before halftime. And then can they double up after halftime by scoring on their first possession after the half? So just before, just while we're on the 2-minute warning in our game, we'll update the scores in the other games that are playing at the moment. The Seahawks have a 1-point lead over the LA Rams. So they lead 14-13 as that's heading towards the half. The Raiders have got on the boards with a touchdown, so they trail the Chargers now 10-7. The Bengals still lead 14-3 over the Chiefs, but the Chiefs have got the ball inside the 5-yard line of the Bengals, so we'll see if the Chiefs can get a touchdown there. Of course, in our game, we have a 10-10 tied game with the 49ers looking to see if they can score before halftime and then double up after the half as well when they receive the ball in the second half. Also, just to reiterate a stat that they have just shown as well, that 49ers have not conceded any points in the second half of their last 4 games. So it'll be interesting to see if the Dolphins can break that streak in the second half in order to win this one. So we go 1st and 10 for the 49ers on their own 34-yard line, looking to see if they can score points before the half to take the lead. I formation. Hand off to McCaffrey up the middle. Immediately met at the line for no gain. That's coming up 2nd down. Clock ticking, under 2 minutes now. So 2nd and 10 for the 49ers. So Purdy in the shotgun. Snap back to Purdy, looking to throw. Lost the ball out wide over the head of Ayuk, who was wide open, breaking out about 15 yards deep downfield. That is going to stop the clock as well, which means if the Dolphins can get a stop here, they will get the ball back before half. So 3rd and 10. Snap back to Purdy, lofted over the middle. Great throw and catch under pressure. That's 15 yards to George Kittle. And a 1st down for the 49ers. Purdy did well to hang in there under great pressure and throw the ball.
First time today.
So Phillips came through untouched. Purdy stood in there, threw it over the middle to Kittle. A 19-yard gain there for the 49ers. And the Dolphins have taken a timeout. Just to update you as well, we've had a score in one of the other games. The Chiefs have got on the board with a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes to McKinnon. So that's cut the lead of the Bengals. Now it's 14-10 to the Bengals in that crucial AFC matchup. Seahawks and the Rams at halftime, 14-13 to the Seahawks. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the 49ers. Purdy looks to throw. Quick out. But it falls incomplete, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 for the 49ers. 48 seconds left in the half. The time is ticking away. So the 49ers have to use their second timeout. Seems to be some confusion of why the play clock had run all the way down. So the 49ers, 48 seconds, see if they can get some points before halftime to take the lead. So on 2nd down, Purdy scrambling out to the right, finds a wide open Jennings, makes a man miss, works forward. The ball did come out, but he was out of bounds at the time. That's going to be a 1st down. So it's 1st and 10 now for the 49ers on the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Snap back to Purdy, lofted up in the air. Looking for Deebo Samuel. And there's a flag. It looks like pass interference against the Dolphins. So looking for the quick pass to Samuel over the middle. And it is automatic 1st down on the pass interference. So 1st 10 for the 49ers now on the 23-yard line of the Dolphins. Snap back to Purdy. Quick pass out left to McCaffrey. Blockers out in front. Works his way all the way down inside the 5-yard line of the Dolphins. 49ers have got one timeout left. The clock is ticking. It's around 20 seconds now. Still going. 49ers snap it, hand off to McCaffrey. Run up the middle.
Surely timeout.
It's a 2-yard gain, takes it to the 3-yard line. And then we have a timeout for the 49ers. They might have been better spiking it rather than snapping the ball. So here we go. So can the 49ers, with 12 seconds left, they have no timeouts now, but they're on the 3-yard line on 2nd and goal.
He's going to give it to McCaffrey.
Got to be careful here. You think it's going to be 2 throws to the end zone. So 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line for the 49ers. Snap back to Purdy. Plenty of time to throw. Does he squeeze it in? It's incomplete. 7 seconds left on the clock.
Are they going to kick it?
The Dolphins pretty much put everyone back into coverage in the end zone to make it very difficult to find somebody who's looking for McCaffrey. He's behind McCaffrey, but you've seen him make those catches. Slipping backwards. He's hit both his hands. McCaffrey should have caught that. Should have been a touchdown. So 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. 7 seconds left. Snap back to Purdy. Quick pass. And he's in. It's a touchdown to McCaffrey. Easy as you like. Out of the backfield. Quick throw. And he finds McCaffrey for the touchdown. So the 49ers managed to score just before halftime to take a 16-10 lead, pending the extra point with just 4 seconds left in the half. And the 49ers do get the ball back after halftime as well, with a chance to score again.
Remember that stat.
And the kick is up, and the kick is through from Robbie Gould for the extra point. And that gives the 49ers a 17-10 lead. The Dolphins defenders left McCaffrey wide open. Nobody went with him out the backfield, and he just stepped into the end zone completely untouched. So a 17-10 lead for the 49ers over the Dolphins. And that's Purdy's 2nd touchdown throw of the game, stepping in for the injured Jimmy Garoppolo after that first possession. So 4 seconds left. The 49ers just about to kick off back to the Dolphins. It's a squib kick along the ground, collected by the Dolphins player. Slides down. I think that will run out the clock on this first half, which it does.
Bring on the quiz.
So at halftime in our game, we have a 17-10 lead for the 49ers. To give you a quick recap of what's happened in this game. So the very first possession and the very first play of that possession, a 75-yard touchdown pass from to Sherfield, who managed to completely outrun the 49ers defense. That was answered back by 2 scores for the 49ers, a field goal for Robbie Gould. Unfortunately, on that possession, Jimmy Garoppolo had his ankle landed on by a Dolphins defender, was carted off the field and is now being ruled out for the game with that injury. So Brock Purdy stepped in, but on his first possession, threw a touchdown pass to Kyle Juszczyk for the 49ers to take the leads in that one, 10-7. The Dolphins worked their way back down the field to tie the game with a field goal. And then just before halftime, Brock Purdy led the team down the field again for a touchdown pass to Christian McCaffrey just before the half. So the 49ers lead 17-10. And the 49ers do get the ball after halftime as well. And just remember the stats. that in the last 4 games for the 49ers, they have not conceded any points in the second half of the last 4 games. So can the Dolphins break that? They will need to if they're going to come back and win this one. So just give you an update on the other scores in the games that are happening now. The Raiders have tied it up against the Chargers at 10 each now. The Bengals still lead 14-10 over the Chiefs. And the Seahawks lead 14-13 over the Rams at halftime in that one as well. Now, we're just going to take a short break for halftime now, and then we'll be back for the second half. So we'll see you in a little bit. So we're back for the second half of the 49ers and the Dolphins. The Dolphins just about to kick off back to the 49ers to start this second half. And the ball goes into the end zone, and the 49ers will start on their own 25-yard line. So can the 49ers, after scoring just before halftime, can they get some more points to extend their lead? So welcome to Raymond, who said, wow, what a game. Which is a great matchup. The 49ers have done tremendously well, having Jimmy Garoppolo knocked out after that first possession, out with a foot injury for the game. The Ravens also said our third-string quarterback played against Miami first street, tells you that the 49ers are real. Well, the 49ers defense has been in top form after that first play, of course, that first play of the first possession for the Dolphins going for a 75-yard touchdown. But since then, the 49ers have been locked in. And a stat that we've talked about just before halftime is the 49ers have not conceded any points in the second half of the last 4 games. So can they make it 5 games in this one? So Raymond's calling out the sportscasters who say about a 49ers third-string quarterback. We'll see what Purdy's got. He's looked pretty steady so far in what we've seen in this game. It's been interesting to see how bad an injury that is to Jimmy Garoppolo and how that could impact the 49ers moving forward for the rest of this season if it is a long-term injury. Hopefully not for the 49ers' sake. So welcome, Robert. We've got Go 49ers, so we'll see if 49ers can hold on and win this game. If they defense can play as they have in the last 4 games, they will walk away with the win in this one. But we'll see if Tua can get the Miami Dolphins offense rolling. So we've got 3rd and 5 for the 49ers. Snap back to Purdy. Finds Jennings over the middle, and it's a first down. First down for the 49ers.
I'd take Purdy instead of Matt.
So Purdy made the defender move with his eyes and found Jennings over the middle for about a 15-yard gain. That's a first down for the 49ers. Good start. Good start on this possession as the 49ers look to build on their lead of 17-10. So the 49ers have the ball on their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Play action pass for Purdy. Scrambles out to the left under pressure. Lofts the ball up in the air. And it just about bounces out of bounds on the tip. Under pressure from Chubb there. So play action pass. Under pressure up the middle. Scrambles out to the left. Tries to make the throw down the field. Tipped by Chubb, but does bounce out of bounds and to safety. So Andy said that Purdy is more accurate than Tua. It's definitely been so in this game so far. We'll see if Tua can come back in the second half. So 2nd and 10 for the 49ers. Snap back to Purdy. Handoff up the middle to McCaffrey. And that's a 3-yard gain up the middle. 3rd down. So 3rd and 7 for the 49ers. Can they keep this drive going? Or can the Dolphins get off the field? So as Andy said, Tua hasn't got Waddle now. Waddle is questionable with an injury in this one. So we'll see if Waddle can come back in this game. So 3rd and 6 now for the 49ers. Just inside their own half. Can they keep this drive going? What? And he's scrambled into a tackle, Purdy. He had a defender in his face, so tried to spin out, but then walked straight into a Dolphins defender. And he's sacked on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So a good stop by the Dolphins. And that will bring out the punt team.
No.
So as he tried to spin out the advance from Bradley Chubb, who ran straight into Ingram, and was brought down. So we have Wisniewski out for the punt. And the punt is up. And it's returnable. Makes a player miss Wilson. And gains 5 yards on the return. So the Dolphins will be coming out for their first possession of the second half. So if you are just joining us for the second half, welcome to the NFLUKOPS live play-by-play reaction stream of the 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. So let us know where you're watching today's game from, who your team is. Are you a 49ers fan, a Dolphins fan? Are you a fan of one of the other NFL teams? Let us know in the comments. Every fan in the NFL, all fans of American football are welcome on our streams. So let us know in the comments where you're watching today's game from. And also give your thoughts on today's game, what you've seen so far if you are watching today's game. Do you see the 49ers walking away with the win in this one? Or can you see Tua coming back with the Dolphins? We predicted before this game that the 49ers would win this one. And I think I'll stick with that from what I've seen so far. The 49ers have looked pretty steady with Purdy at quarterback. And the defense has looked solid, apart from that first play that went for a 75-yard touchdown. The 49ers defense has looked like the top 5 defense that they are. So can the 49ers keep that streak of 4 consecutive games without conceding in the second half? Can they keep that going in this one? Or can Tua, who has been cast as being potentially as the MVP of this season, can he get the Dolphins offense going? We'll have to wait and see. So Dolphins will be coming out for their first possession of the second half. Can Tua get the ball to his top receivers in this one? And can they get the ball moving downfield? Waddle is questionable to return with an injury. And Tua's throwing so far in this game, when he's tried to throw the ball down the field 15 yards plus, has really struggled to find his receivers, overthrowing on quite a few occasions. So welcome, Bobby. We've got Florida. Go Fins. So we'll see if... so, Bobby, let us know. Do you believe that Tua's going to bring you back in this game? Let us know. So we'll see what the Dolphins offense have got in this first possession of the second half. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. On their own 38-yard line. Snap back to Tua. Under pressure. Lost the ball out left. And it's a great catch by Tyreek Hill out to the left sideline. Great diving catch. And just what the Dolphins needed to get this first possession going in the second half. Great route from Tyreek Hill and an excellent catch. And the Dolphins have got off to a great start in the second half.
Bobby said yes to...
Tua. As after Tua thrown it, he got bent backwards with his legs on the floor, got landed on by the defenders, got twisted awkwardly, but looks like he could be okay. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dolphins on the 49ers 28-yard line. looking to see if they can tie this game up. There's a flag before the play. Looks like a false start on the Dolphins. So Bobby said, yes, he will. So that was to Tua bringing the team back. Can he bring the team back in order to win this one against the 49ers, who have not conceded any points in the second half of the last 4 games? Well, the Dolphins are already in field goal range already. So here we go. 1st and 15 now for the Dolphins. On the 49ers 33-yard line. Snap back to Tua, handoff to Mostert. Runs out to the right on a sweep and gains 12 yards. There is a flag, though. So a 12-yard run on the sweep. But it's a holding penalty on the Dolphins. And that's going to knock them even further back. They were 1st and 15. They're now 1st and 25. So all that momentum from the Tyreek Hill catch is being negated now. And that's going to push them back out of field goal range now. So now they're all the way back to the 43-yard line of the 49ers on 1st and 25. Snap back to Tua. Lofted up in the air, and he's intercepted. Wow. Poor decision, you've got to say, by Tua there. Great diving interception. But Tua falling, lofted up in the air. His receiver falls down. Wilson falls down, and then diving interception by the 49ers. And they're keeping their streak of not conceding the second half alive so far. So the 49ers will take over in excellent field position. Start their second possession. Poor decision by Tua to throw the ball there. So I'll give the ball back to the 49ers off that Tua interception. Just while we are on a break at the minute as well, just make sure that if you are joining us, please click that subscribe button. We have a target and we're aiming for 1,000 subscribers by the Super Bowl. It's free to do. It really helps us out. We'd really appreciate it if you could. If you please click that subscribe button. It means everything to us. So thank you very much for joining us today. If you could just click that subscribe button, it would really help us out. So thank you. We do also have our latest video released last night where we take a look at the NFC East and whether there'll be 4 playoff teams from that division. So make sure you check that video out. We talk about who's going to win that division and whether all 4 teams make it. That's off the back of last week's video where we had a look at the AFC East and which team's going to win that one. Obviously, the Miami Dolphins we're watching in this one. Are the Miami Dolphins going to win that division? Are all 4 teams going to get out of that one into the playoffs as well? So make sure you please check those videos out on our channel as well. We also are running daily shorts up until Christmas with our NFL Christmas Advent calendar as well, where we've picked the top 25 NFL players of the last 25 years. So please make sure you come back daily and check that out. So it was door number 4 today. So go back, check door number 1, 2, 3, and 4. See if you agree with who we've picked for that. So 17-10 in our game after a great pass and catch from Tua to Tyreek Hill that got them into field goal range. 2 penalties on the Dolphins pushed them back, and then a bad decision to throw from Tua falling and a diving interception by the 49ers sets them up in good field position on their next possession. So it's Ward with the interception. So the 49ers will have the ball on their own 35-yard line to start this next possession. This play action pass from Purdy, who lofts it over the middle to Deebo Samuel for a 10-yard gain. Looked like he was pretty well covered, but a great catch by Deebo Samuel.
Good throw as well.
Really strong hands there by Deebo Samuel to bring that one in. Now being up another first down for the 49ers. Just showing that was the first inception of Tua in the last 193 throws for him. So 1st and 10 for the 49ers. Step back to Purdy. Throw over the middle again to Brandon Ayuk. And that's going to be a 9-yard gain and bring up 2nd and 1 for the 49ers. They've got the ball moving downfield nicely. And that'll take them into Dolphins territory. So 2nd and 1 for the 49ers. It's a handoff to Juszczyk on the dive up the middle, fullback dive. It looks like it's close to a first down. We'll see what the referees give. Saying it hasn't quite made it. It's going to bring up 3rd and inches.
Oh, I thought he made it.
It looked very close, but it's going to be 3rd and inches for the 49ers. Looking to keep this possession going. So 3rd and inches for the 49ers. Purdy snap back, looking to throw, scrambles out to the right, lost the ball up, and it's found Deebo Samuel on the crossing route, and that's going to be a first down for the 49ers. Well played by Purdy, and well run and well caught by Deebo Samuel.
Can't run the pressure.
Came all the way across the field, Deebo Samuel, from left to right. Found the space. Purdy worked out to the right. Found him for a 10-yard gain. Well played by Purdy. And that keeps the drive alive for the 49ers. Purdy 3 for 3 on this drive, 30 yards. So 1st and 10 now. The 49ers going to call. Purdy's going to call a timeout. To be a timeout for the 49ers. The first of the second half. Just while we are in the timeout, just give you an update on the scores in the other games happening at the moment. The Seahawks are leading 17-13 over the LA Rams in that NFC West matchup. The Raiders have taken the lead now over the Chargers in that AFC West matchup, 17-13 now to the Raiders. And the Chiefs have now also taken the lead over the Bengals in that crucial AFC game. So they're now leading 17-14. They were 14-3 down in that game, the Chiefs, and they've come back to now lead 17-14. Okay, 1st and 10 now in our game. From the 38-yard line of the Dolphins. It's a handoff to Mason. Fights forward up the middle for about a 5-yard gain. Good running by Mason. So I'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the 49ers. So on the 28-yard line of the Dolphins, Hand off to Mason again up the middle, but he's met immediately at the line for no gain. And that's going to bring up 3rd down for the 49ers. Now in field goal range, but looking for more. Just over 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. So here we go. 3rd and 3 for the 49ers. 3rd and 3 for the 49ers. Inside the 30 of the Dolphins. Under pressure, Purdy taking the snap. Scrambles out to the left. Finds McCaffrey, and looks like he's a yard short on the reception. It's going to be 4th and 1.
90% sure. Why?
Well played, scrambling out to the left by Purdy. Finds McCaffrey, but he's tackled just before the line. And that's going to be 4th and 1. So a decision to make for the 49ers. Do they kick the field goal or do they go for it on 4th and 1? They previously went for it on 4th and 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It was intercepted. And it's a sneak up the middle, but he looks like he's not going to get it. No, he's getting pushed on the second push. On the second push, he looked like he was stopped, Purdy. Managed to keep his legs going and got a push from behind. And just about made the 1st down on 4th and inches. He was completely stopped, but somehow kept his legs going and was pushed over the line. And he made it. Well done by Purdy to keep his legs going. That's going to be a 1st and 10 now for the 49ers. It's lofted pass to Deebo Samuel. Oh, somehow sneaked out of the backfield. The toss play to right to Deebo Samuel came back inside. Looked like he was going to lose about 10 yards on that one. Somehow sneaked through about 3 tackles. Still end up losing a couple of yards, but did well to not lose more. He had 4 men on him and somehow sneaked up through it and still lost 2 or 3 yards. But did tremendously well for it to not lose 10. So it'll be 2nd and 14 on the 27-yard line of the Dolphins. Snap back to Purdy, looking to throw. Throws over the middle to Deebo Samuel, but it was incomplete. Falls incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 14 now.
Yes, a bit of pressure for Purdy. Let's see what he does.
Dolphins will be looking to push him outside of field goal range. On this one, you think they'll be putting pressure on him here? On 3rd and 14. So we go 3rd and 14. Quick pass out left to Ayuk.
Too much to do.
Looking to get blockers out in front. He might scramble around a little bit and gain 2 yards. It won't be enough to gain a 1st down, but it does set them up in field goal range for Robbie Gould. So it took a lot of time off the clock, that possession. Only just over 3 minutes left in the quarter now. So Robbie Gould with a 43-yard field goal attempt now for the 49ers. And the kick is up.
That's good.
And it is good. That's going to extend the lead. Oh, there's a flag after the play. The flag was after the play, so it shouldn't affect the field goal. But that does extend the 49ers. It should extend the 49ers lead to 10 points. Let's see who the flag's on. Okay, so the flag was after the play against the Dolphins. And it will be enforced on the kickoff. So we do have a 20-10 game in this one. So that all came about off of the turnover for the Tua interception by Ward. Purdy in the offense managed to work it up into field goal range and have now kicked the field goal through Robbie Gould and have a 10-point lead in this one. So can the Dolphins do something that the last 4 opposition teams of the 49ers have not been able to do? And can they score points in the second half to get back into this one? We'll have to wait and see. So we're just over 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Let us know your thoughts. How do you see this one turning out? Do you think the 49ers hold on in this one and walk away with the win to extend their lead at the top of the NFC West? Or can you see Tua pulling off another comeback? He's done it before this season. Do you see him pulling it off this time and bringing the Dolphins back to take the lead in the AFC East? Let us know in the comments what you predict will happen from here on out. So again, just to keep you updated on the scores around the league at the moment, the Seahawks still lead the LA Rams 17-13 in their game. The Raiders lead 17-13 against the Chargers. And the Bengals and Chiefs are tied up at 17 each, which looks like another fantastic game. It looked like that on paper. It seems to be turning out that way as well. That massive AFC matchup between the Bengals and Chiefs is all tied up at 17 each. We'll see how that one finishes. So the 49ers just lined up to kick back to the Dolphins. So Gould kick lands in the end zone, so the Dolphins will start on their own 25-yard line on their next possession. So Dolphins need something going on this possession. After that Tua interception, turnover on the last one turned into 3 points for the 49ers. So snap back to Tua, scrambling out to the left. Short throw, it's intercepted again. Off of the hands of Tyreek Hill. Tipped pass. And it's intercepted by the 49ers. Not a great start for the Dolphins on that possession. And it's a quick turnover. And the 49ers are now in excellent field position. Already in field goal range to extend their lead even further. Bad throw by Tua. Again, poor accuracy on his throws in this game. High and behind Hill. Hill reached out with his left hand and ended up tipping it to the 49ers defender, who had an easy interception. Again, Tua's accuracy in this game has been very poor. And now the Dolphins need their defense to get a stop here, because this could quite easily get out of hand. 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line of the Dolphins. Toss left to Mason. Works his way forward for about a 5-yard gain. So here we go. 2nd and 5 now for the 49ers. Snap back to Purdy. Pass over the middle to McCaffrey.
No, he's down.
It looked like he'd caught it, then got hit. The ball came out. I don't think he had possession of the ball long enough for that to be a fumble. And it's been ruled incomplete.
It was actually a good challenge by the defender. Punched it out nice.
So it's incomplete. That's coming up 3rd down for the 49ers. It's good defending by Eric Rowe. Would have been a 1st down for the 49ers. So 3rd and 5. Ball snap back to Purdy. Referee whistles. Is that going to be a timeout for the 49ers? That's going to be a 2nd timeout for them in this half. So that's while we're on the timeout. To 193 consecutive passes without an interception, and now he's thrown 2 interceptions out of 2 passes. His last 2 passes have gone for interceptions. So big play here, 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 for the 49ers, just outside the red zone. Snap back to Purdy, play action. Plenty of time to throw. A short pass to McCaffrey at the line of scrimmage. Managed to gain 2 yards, doesn't manage to get the 1st down though. And that'll bring up 4th down. Quite a safe decision. So will the 49ers go for it, or are they going to call out the field goal unit? They are. It's going to be a field goal attempt for Robbie Gould. So a 36-yard attempt for Robbie Gould. The kick is up, and the kick is through, and that is now going to extend the lead to 23-10 for the 49ers. So can Tua shake off those last 2 throws that he's made? The last two throws, both going for interceptions. Can he shake that off and lead this Dolphins offense down the field and score some points? The 3rd quarter has disappeared very quickly, so they need to get something going on this next possession. It's got to be said, from what we've seen in this game from Tua, is other than the quick fire slant outs, slant ins, his accuracy just hasn't been there. He's thrown behind his receivers, he's thrown over his receivers. He's got to turn it around in this one. He's got to see if he can find and get the ball into Tyreek Hill's hands and make the defense work, because they've had it fairly simple since that first possession, that first play of the game where the Dolphins scored a 75-yard touchdown. That seems like a long, long time ago now. So let us know. Let us know in the comments now who's willing to put themselves forward and say that Tua is going to bring the Dolphins back in this one. Let us know in the comments. Just give you another scoring update in one of the other games. The Raiders have extended their lead now to 24-13 over the LA Chargers, which is good for them. The Chiefs have also scored a touchdown as well, so now lead 24-17 over the Bengals. And the Seahawks still lead 17-13 over the LA Rams. Okay, so the 49ers just about ready to kick off back to the Dolphins. And the kick is up, lands in the end zone, and the Dolphins will start from their own 25-yard line. So Bobby's calling out Miami Dolphin all the way. So Bobby, do you think that Tua is going to bring the Dolphins back to win this one? I mean, the commentators have just been talking about this isn't the Baltimore Ravens defense. It's not the defenses that have come back against the Lions. Can they come back in this one? Do you think that Tua can bring the team back, based on how he's played so far in this one? So first down, we have play action pass from Tua, and he finds Hill for a 7-yard gain. So he's managed to snap that turnover streak that he's been on. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Dolphins. Looking to hopefully try and get Tua back in rhythm. Quick pass. And it's to Jalen Waddle. So Jalen Waddle is back in the game now. He was questionable to return earlier with an injury. He looks like he's hobbling, though. He doesn't look good at all. He's now hobbling off the field. The Dolphins will be hoping that's not a major injury for him. So 1st and 10, though, for the Dolphins. 16 seconds left in this quarter. Snap back to Tua. Scrambles out to the left. There is a referee whistle. Could be a false start. It is.
It's Tua limping.
It is a false start for the Dolphins. That's going to pull them back to 1st and 15. And that's going to also bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So the 49ers are 1 quarter away from going 5 consecutive games without the opposition scoring in the second half, which that is an amazing feat if they're able to achieve that in this one. So Bobby said there's still time for Finns. So I'm going to put you on. I'm going to put you on the spot, Bobby. Are you going to say that the Dolphins are going to come back in this one? You're saying there's still time. There is still time, but is he going to do it? I want a yes or no answer, Bobby. Yes or no?
No pressure.
So as we head into the 4th quarter, the 49ers have a 13-point lead over the Dolphins. Still a 2-score game. If the Dolphins can score on this possession, if they can score a touchdown this possession, you feel like they still have a chance in this one. However, another turnover or no points on this one, and you feel like the 49ers will have a chance to bleed out the clock and win this one and come out with the win. A score update to one of our other games as well. The LA Rams have kicked a field goal, so now they've cut the Seahawks lead to 17-16 in that one. The Seahawks, of course, looking to keep pace with the 49ers in the NFC West. The Raiders still hold a 24-13 lead over the Chargers in that AFC West division matchup. And the Chiefs still lead the Bengals 24-17 in what looks like a really good AFC game as well. So a couple of potentially key injuries in this one. Obviously, after the first possession for the 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo was carted off with a foot injury and was ruled out for the game. Be interested to see how bad that injury is and how that could affect the 49ers down the stretch. Jalen Waddle has been injured in this one, came back in for one play, caught a pass, but then hobbled off. We don't know how bad or how serious that injury is. So 1st and 15 for the Dolphins. Pass from Tua, and he's found Tyreek Hill 15 yards down the field. So that's going to be another first down into 49ers territory. Good start in the fourth quarter. Great route by Tyreek Hill and an accurately thrown ball from Tua. Snap back to Tua, empty backfield. Lofting the ball down the field, looking for Tyreek Hill, who is wide open. How did he get that wide open for the touchdown? Wow. And just as easy as that, the Dolphins have a touchdown. And they've just snapped the 49ers streak of 4 consecutive games without conceding in the second half. Just as easy as that. A post route, lofted up, defender not close enough to Tyreek Hill, and he walked in pretty much untouched. And just like that, we've got a game. So extra point pending. Just an injury timeout just before we take the extra point. So the Dolphins have cut the lead now, and we now have a 1-score game. We should have a fantastic finish on our hands in this one. So Andy's called it out. Bobby's the man. Bobby didn't guarantee the Dolphins win, though. But, good couple of throws from Tua on that drive, and all of a sudden, that's just how quickly the Dolphins can get back in. You feel like the 49ers have got to key in on Tyreek Hill, especially with Waddle out injured and not in the lineup. You feel like they have to double Tyreek Hill now, without question. They can't let Tyreek Hill beat you. Not like that. A wide open post route, and he's just walked into the end zone untouched. They've got to put 2 men on him now. Tyreek Hill is the person that can obviously beat a team very, very quickly. They've gone down the field in 2 plays and scored a touchdown. So now it's going to be going back to, after the extra point, to be going back to Brock Purdy in at quarterback and see if he can drive the 49ers down the field to add points on and extend it back to a 2-score game. So 125 yards for Tyreek Hill on the game. 6 catches and that touchdown, of course. So we're extra point pending now.
One stood up.
So here comes the extra point attempt. And the kick is through. And that's going to take us to a 23-17 game. 23-17 in our game. So what can the 49ers do going forward on offense? Can they score on this next possession to extend it to a 2-score game? So if you're still with us, let us know in the comments, what do you think is going to happen here? We've got a fantastic finish on our hands. A 1-score game. The 49ers on the ball now. Who do you see coming out as victors in this one? Do you think the 49ers hold on? Or do you think the Tua and the Dolphins come back? Let us know in the comments.
I think Bobby's gone. Bully him a bit. Come on, Bobby. Put your money where your mouth is.
And the kick is up for the Dolphins. And it is returnable. Breaks a tackle. And he gets all the way back to the 30-yard line for the 49ers.
Please subscribe.
So here we go for the 49ers. Just over 14 minutes left in the quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Snap back to Purdy. Quick pass out left behind and low to Brandon Ayuk. Falls incomplete.
Oh. Mahomes is the man. He will.
So I can pick up 2nd and 10 now for the 49ers. Snap back to Purdy. Quick pass out wide to Deebo Samuel. Fights forward, lowers his shoulder, and gains about 9 yards on that play. And that's going to be up 3rd and short. A big play upcoming. So here we go, 3rd and 1 for the 49ers. Snap back to Purdy. Throw over the middle to Deebo Samuel. Well caught again from Samuel. A 10-yard gain. Takes him up to halfway.
I think he was going to Samuel.
Did incredibly well to hold onto the ball under pressure, Deebo Samuel. Purdy managed to thread it through in between 2 Dolphins defenders to Deebo Samuel. Well held as the defenders tried to bat the ball out of his hands. That's going to be a 1st down. Just inside Dolphins territory. And it's a handoff to Mason, and he's met immediately at the line for no gain. So that could be up 2nd and 10 now for the 49ers. So 2nd and 10. Snap back to Purdy. Quick pass out right to McCaffrey. Fights forward for about 7 yards on that one. Takes it up to the Dolphins' 42-yard line. So again, another big play on third down. Can the 49ers convert, or can the Dolphins get off the field here and force a punt? So 3rd and 4. Pressure from the Dolphins. Purdy looks to throw. He looked like he had Jennings open and throws behind him. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. 49ers did go for it on 4th and 4 from this position in the first half. And Purdy threw an interception. It looks like they are going to decide to punt on this occasion. So it'll be 4th and 4, and the 49ers are going to punt it back. Just over 11 minutes left in the game.
This could turn into a really interesting game.
Wisnowski, and the punt is up. Takes a good bounce for the 49ers, and it's down at the 10-yard line. So the Dolphins will start their next possession on their own 10-yard line, looking to see if they can take the lead. Should have a really good finish in store in this one.
Jerry Rice. Number 1.
So here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line for the Dolphins. Handoff up the middle to Raheem Mostert, former 49er. Gains about 7 yards. The 49ers quickly rush back up to the line. Motion from Hill to the left. Play action from Tua. And a quick pass out to Smythe, the tight end, but he is brought down at the line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Again, it wasn't a good throw from Tua. If he'd have found it into his arms, he'd have been able to turn up field much quicker. And he might have been able to make the first down there, but a bit low and out to the side from Tua again. So 3rd and 1. It's a long one. Snap back to Tua. Throws out wide. And it's well caught by Sherfield. Sherfield, who had that 75-yard touchdown catch on the very first play of the game, converts for the first down for the Dolphins. And the Dolphins are moving. The challenge flag has come out for the 49ers.
Looking complete.
We're going to take another look at this one. Ooh, maybe it was an incomplete. Let's have a look. It was. It was an incomplete. A great challenge flag thrown there. You've got to survive the ground. And the Dolphins defender does not hold on to the ball as he's going down. Dolphins Sherfield does not hold on to the ball. Really good challenge that by the 49ers. They are taking a look at it, but this will be overturned. This is going to be an incomplete pass. So, going into as we're in the fourth quarter, we have a 6-point lead for the 49ers over the Miami Dolphins. A big call coming up here. Looked like the Dolphins have got a first down on the catch up with Sherfield, but it looks like it is going to be overturned. Didn't survive the ground. The ball did hit the ground. It's going to be overturned.
Fourth and 1, and they're going for it.
So it's 4th and 1 from their own 18-yard line for the Dolphins. 4th and 1. Surely they're not going to go for 4th and 1 on their own 18. They are lined up. They've come up to the line.
Nobody moves.
And they've snapped it. Tua throws it to Tyreek Hill. And he's converted it. His helmet's knocked off, but he's converted it. Tua could have quite easily run for the first down, but decided to throw it. He could have thrown it to Ingold, who was wide open. He throws it further down the field. And Hill just about holds on under pressure. That was trusting Hill to catch. Obviously, Hill's got great hands and trusting Hill to catch it, but Tua, you feel, could have just ran for it himself. But we've got 1st and 10 for the Dolphins anyway. Snap back to Tua, quick throw and a great catch. It was Crackraft. Again, still, it's new to me. So it's another first down for the Dolphins, and they've got the ball moving. You've got to say, if the Dolphins come back and win this, they're going to talk about that 4th down, going for it on 4th and 1 on your own 18-yard line, down 6 points. So here we go. Quick pass by Tua to Tyreek Hill. And he gains 9 yards just as quick as a flash. That's going to be up 2nd and 1 now for the Dolphins. So 2nd and 1, just inside their own half for the Dolphins. Hand off to Mostert. And he gains 7 yards, and that's going to be another first down. It's going to go into 49ers territory. What a fantastic finish we have in store in this one.
It's best that they don't get the extra point.
So 1st and 10 for the Dolphins on the 49ers 44-yard line. Fake toss from Tua, finds Hill again for a 3-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. Got field 49ers who've got a top defense have got to do something to stop Tyreek Hill, because he is the one that is hurting them. And he's the one that's going to cause the damage down the stretch in this game. We'll be happy. Tyreek Hill is off on the sideline at the minute, so they'll be happy to see that. So 2nd and 7 for the Dolphins. It's a handoff up the middle. That's Mostert again. Gains about 5 yards on that play. It's going to make up 3rd and short. There's a 49er player down that's injured. So just under 6.5 minutes left in this game, and it's 3rd and 2 for the Dolphins. Just quickly update you with the scores while I've got this injury timeout. The Rams now lead the Seahawks 23-20, just inside 2 minutes. The Raiders lead 27-13 over the Chargers. And the Chiefs still lead the Bengals 24-20. But the Bengals are in the red zone. So 3rd and 2 here in this game. Just over 6 minutes left. 3rd and 2 for the Dolphins. Snap back to Tua. Looking to throw it. The ball's battered. The ball's battered down. It's incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 2. Big decision to make here. Bearing in mind they went for it on 4th and 1 on their own 18. You feel they're probably going to go for it here. Wow, that's face mask on 49ers defensive lineman. So here we go again. 4th and 2 on the 49ers 36-yard line. Can the Dolphins convert again? Snap back to Tua. Quick throw out left. And has he caught that, Gesicki? Haven't called his name in this game. Great receiving tight end. Quick out to the left. Looks like he has caught it as he goes out of bounds, which would be enough. Oh, the ball looks like it hits the floor to me. I don't think he's caught this one. I think he brings it in, but as he's going out of bounds, I don't know if he ever really has the ball.
It's good defending.
Yeah, so scraping along the floor there. There's no way. That's going to be an incomplete. That's going to be an incomplete pass. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and it's going to be the 49ers ball. It's good defending. He got his arm in there before the ball arrived. The ball clearly hits the ground. They're just talking it over, but this is going to be overturned. 49ers going to have the ball.
That's massive. Massive.
So the 49ers are going to get the ball with just under 6 minutes left.
It was great defending.
So the 49ers have the ball on their own 36-yard line. It's a toss play to Deebo Samuel out to the left. And he gains no yards. He's hit out the line of scrimmage. Let's bring up 2nd and 10. Dolphins have all 3 timeouts. We've got an injured Dolphins player down. Just while we're at a game break, some fantastic games in the other games as well in this window. The Rams lead 23-20 over the Seahawks, but the Seahawks are in field goal range with 40 seconds left. The Chargers have cut the Raiders' lead to 27-20, so a one-score game with over 8 minutes left. And the Bengals have retaken the lead over the Chiefs and now lead 27-24 in a fantastic AFC game as well. So snap back to Purdy on 2nd down.
Brilliant.
And he managed to find Deebo Samuel, who fights forward for a 9-yard gain, which will bring up 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1 for the 49ers. A big play coming up here. So 3rd and 1 on their own 45-yard line. 49ers play action pass from Purdy. Fires out to Kittle on the bootleg, and it is a 1st down. Well caught by Kittle. It's a 1st down for the 49ers, and the clock will keep running. Great play action there by the 49ers. Everyone bit on McCaffrey running up the middle. You feel like Purdy might have been able to run that and actually gained about 10 yards. But anyway, it's 1st down just inside their own half for the 49ers. I formation. It's a handoff to Mason up the middle. And he gains about 2 yards on 1st down.
There's no way Mark's not watching it. Wishing it to happen.
So we go toss play to Deebo Samuel on 2nd and 8. Makes a couple of players miss and fights and manages to keep his feet in on the left sideline. It looks like he's done enough to gain a 1st down. And now the clock is going to be the Dolphins' enemy now. Great block by the fullback Juszczyk. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 now for the 49ers on the Dolphins 42. And they call their last time out. So hopefully they don't need that. So 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. It's just showing a score update as well. The Seahawks have taken the lead with 36 seconds left in that game. They now lead 27-23 over the LA Rams. See the LA Rams without Matt Stafford now. But some really, really good games. We've had all 3 games are 1-score games in this window. So 1st and 10 for the 49ers. Toss play outright to McCaffrey. Turns back upfield up the middle. Plenty of space. Reverses field all the way back up. Still going. Eventually brought down at the 11-yard line of the Dolphins. The Dolphins need to start calling timeouts. The toss play right and McCaffrey reverse field and came all the way back around to the left. Great blocking by the 49ers offensive line. So it'll be 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in this game. 1st and 10 for the 49ers. And Dolphins only 2 timeouts left and the 2-minute warning. Toss play again left to McCaffrey. But it's going to be a loss on the play of 3 yards. Push back. Dolphins take a quick timeout. That's their 2nd timeout. That's going to be up 2nd down.
Are the Bucks on a bye this week?
So 2nd and 13. Fake toss right to Purdy. And a sacked. Brought down by Chubb. Could have been risky for Purdy. That's a final timeout for the Dolphins as well. The 49ers are going in the wrong direction now, which is going to make the field goal attempt that's surely going to be coming a little bit harder. So on the sack just then from Chubb, Purdy was dangling the ball out to the right. He could quite easily have come out. 49ers now 3rd and 21 now. Still comfortably within field goal range. But won't want to lose too many more yards.
You've got to run it.
So on the 22-yard line of the Dolphins. Jet sweep to Deebo Samuel makes a player miss in the backfield.
Hold the ball.
And manages to gain.
Oof.
There is a flag. There's a flag that's going to push them potentially 10 yards further back. So it's a tough decision now for the Dolphins. They can push them further back and make them kick a potentially longer field goal. or let them kick the short one. I think they have accepted the penalties, so it's going to make it 3rd and 31. So from this point, it'd be a 50-yard field goal for Gold, but it is 3rd and 31, so the 49ers do have another play. You imagine they'll want a play that can gain them 5, 10, 15 yards. They're in I formation. Hand it off to McCaffrey up the middle. He's stopped for only a 2-yard gain, which means we've got a 48-yard field goal upcoming. And they are going to have to kick it before the 2-minute warning.
What's that kicker line?
Robbie Gould's veteran kicker. Pretty accurate, Gould. Has he got enough leg? 48 yards on the left hash. And the kick is up. And it's through. And that takes us to a 26-17 game and a 2-score lead for the 49ers. Pretty comfortably through from Robbie Gould there. Had another 5 yards on that one. So that gives them a 9-point cushion in this game. So the Dolphins are going to have to go down the field, score points, and then rely on an onside kick if they're going to get back into this game. So 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the game. And the kick is up from the 49ers. So here we go. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left for the Dolphins. No timeouts left. So a final score in one of our other games happening now. The Seahawks come back to beat the Rams right in the last minute. They win 27-23. The Raiders are still leading 27-20 over the Chargers with 5 minutes left. And the Bengals lead the Chiefs 27-24 with 3 minutes left. So here we go. Tua on the throw. And the ball is knocked out, scooped up by a 49er and run into the end zone. Is this going to be a fumble?
It's a touchdown Dolphins.
This could be it. If this is a touchdown for the 49ers defense, this is game over. Let's see if Tua's arm was going forward on the pass before the ball comes out. No, I don't think it was. I think this is a touchdown for the 49ers, and this is going to end the game. There's no way that ball's coming forward.
I put Nick Bosa #1 for sacks as well.
And it is. It is a touchdown for the 49ers. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. And that takes us to a 33-17 lead for the 49ers, and that is pretty much game over.
I think it's all over.
So now 33-17 to the 49ers. So a 16-point game the Dolphins are going to need a Miami miracle in this one if they're going to come back to tie. They need a score, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, an onside kick, a touchdown, and another 2-point conversion, all within 2 minutes. And no timeouts.
Unlikely.
So in the other games that are happening at the minute as well, the Raiders lead 27-20 over the Chargers with just over 4 minutes left. The Chargers do have the ball. And the Bengals lead 27-24 over the Chiefs, just over 2 minutes left, but they are in the red zone as well. So it looks like the Bengals could knock off the Chiefs in that game, which would be a massive result for the Bengals. The Bengals have such a tough schedule down the stretch. If they're able to knock off the Chiefs in this one, really propel them into playoff position.
I'm having a bad week. I've got a feeling I didn't say Packers would win.
So the kickoff is up for the 49ers, lands it into the end zone. So 1 minute 53 seconds left on the clock. The Dolphins down 17-33, and they've now pulled Tua from the game. So Skylar Thompson's in the game now for Tua. Seems like they've given up on this one. Skylar Thompson throws an interception on his first play. A terrible throw over the middle, picked off by Fred Warner. Returns it inside the 30, and that really is game over. A terrible throw by Skylar Thompson. And you feel like we're just 3 knees away from this game finishing now. You felt like the Dolphins had given up on this game anyway, having pulled Tua from it. Really bad throw by Skylar Thompson. And Purdy takes a knee. And that's the second knee. Just 1 knee away for the 49ers now. We're finalising their win.
Well done, Purdy.
So that's it for the game, for our game, which takes us to a 33-17 win for the 49ers. With Brock Purdy stepping in after that first possession after the injury to Jimmy Garoppolo, the 49ers win 33-17. An excellent defensive performance by them. And Brock Purdy and McCaffrey stepped up on the offense and led them to a 33-17 win.
Don't forget to subscribe if you're still here.
So we're just checking in on the other games that are just about finishing. It looks like the Bengals have beaten the Chiefs 27-24. So a great result for the Cincinnati Bengals in that one, coming in and beating the Chiefs. That's going to push them firmly into playoff contention.
Jesus.
Such a tough schedule the Bengals had to finish this season, yet have had two fantastic results over the last couple of weeks. And especially with the injury to Lamar Jackson for the Ravens now, they could even come back to win that division.
Come on, Raiders, hold on. Hold on, Raiders.
So as our game's finished, we're just going to watch the final couple of minutes of the LA Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders matchup.
Chargers, Johnny.
So there's 2 minutes and 37 seconds left in the game. And the Las Vegas Raiders lead 27-20 over the Chargers in a key AFC West matchup in that one. So can the Raiders hold on to win this matchup and keep their playoff hopes alive? Currently at 4-7. I think they probably need to win out or win at least 5 out of the remaining 6 games if they're going to get into the playoffs. If they can win this one, they'll pull themselves to within 1 game of the Chargers. So 2nd and 6 for the Raiders on their own 46-yard line. Hand off to Jacobs. Makes a player miss, dives forward for the first down. It looks close. Looks like it's enough for a first down.
That was good.
So 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the Raiders-Chargers game. The Raiders 1st and 10 from the from the Chargers 47-yard line. Hand off to Jacobs for a 2-yard gain up the middle. That's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. So that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 8 for the Raiders. One more first down wins it for them. If you are still with us, make sure that you check out our latest video looking at the NFC East and which team wins that division, which teams make it to the playoffs, and whether all four, for the first time in NFL history, can all four teams make it to the playoffs. Last week, we had a look at the AFC East and whether all four teams from that division could make it. Could we potentially have two divisions where all four teams make it into the playoffs this season? So make sure you please check out that video. And if you haven't already, please make sure you click that subscribe button as well. We have a target of trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the Super Bowl this season. It's free to do, so please just click that subscribe button. It really helps us out, and we really appreciate it. We also, on the run-up to Christmas, have our Advent calendar where we do our top 25 NFL players of the last 25 years. So we've done doors 1 to 4 so far. So please make sure you go back and check those out. See if you agree with our top 25 picks as well. So we've got a couple of people coming in to celebrate the 49ers victory as well. So the 49ers got it done. I mean, we predicted the 49ers win. They did particularly well based on the fact that they did that with their third-string quarterback, Brock Purdy, who played particularly well under pressure as well, backed up by a very solid defense that we know the 49ers have. And it's just, where does this leave the Dolphins now? Tua had a pretty poor game throwing the ball. His accuracy wasn't there. And now he's going to have to go and play some away games further down the stretch in cold conditions. And we'll see how Tua copes with that. But a great win for the 49ers and pushes them further up in the NFC West division as well. So we're just watching the final 2 minutes of the Raiders and Chargers game. So it's hand off to Jacobs up the middle for about a 3-yard gain, and the clock will keep running. So it's 3rd and 4. A first down here ends it. So here we go. 3rd and 4 for the Raiders. The first down ends it. So it's handoff to Jacobs up the middle. Fights forward, but only gains 2 yards. The clock will continue to run. No timeouts for the Chargers. It'll bring up 4th down. You feel like the Raiders will burn this clock all the way down and then call a timeout. So this will take the clock all the way down to about 30 seconds. So 31 seconds left on the clock. The Raiders at 4th and 2. It will be a punt for the Raiders, looking to pin the Chargers within their own 10-yard line, ideally, and make them go the length of the field to tie the game up with no timeouts. And the punt is up. Good punt from the Raiders. The ball's down about the 10-yard line with only 22 seconds left for the Chargers. They need a touchdown and an extra point to tie it. And they've got no timeouts. So here we go, 22 seconds. Got to go 90 yards with no timeouts. Snap back to Herbert. Incomplete pass. That burns 5 seconds off the clock. So 2nd and 10. 17 seconds. Snap back to Herbert. Thrown over the middle. A lateral. And Eckler manages to get out of bounds with 8 seconds left. That was a nice hook and ladder play. So they've managed to work it up to their own 37-yard line, the Chargers. 8 seconds left. Probably want, if they possible, can get a few more yards and get out of bounds. They cannot. It's caught at the halfway, but he's brought down, and that's going to run out the clock. So the Raiders are going to come away with a 27-20 win over the Chargers. Chargers now down to a 6-6 record, and the Raiders advance to a 5-7. So that keeps the Jets in playoff position at the moment, even though they lost today. So just to recap the games in the later window that we've been watching. Obviously, in our game, we had the 33-17 win for the 49ers over the Dolphins. The Seahawks came back to beat the Rams 27-23. The Raiders held on to a 27-20 win over the Chargers. And the Bengals with a surprise victory over the Kansas City Chiefs of 27-24 in that one. So some fantastic games in this later window. We'll have to wait and see what the impact will be of those key injuries in today's game. For Jimmy Garoppolo, how bad that ankle injury is that going to be him out long term, and how that will affect the 49ers down the stretch? And then the Dolphins, how bad is the Jalen Waddle injury? Because that would take a serious key piece out of that Dolphins offense. So we'll have to wait and see how bad those injuries are down the stretch. Before we go then, if you're still with us, please make sure that you click that subscribe button. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers by the Super Bowl. Really appreciate it if you could. It's free to do, means a lot to us. So please click that subscribe button. And make sure you watch our latest video on the NFC East, which teams will make it through the NFC East into the playoffs. Will all 4 teams make it for the first time in NFL history? So please make sure you check out our channel and watch that. Also, check back daily for our NFL Advent Calendar, looking at the top 25 players of the last 25 years as well. And we'll see you next time.